Pauline, you'll like this because we're gonna, well, I'll wait on that later. All right, so we're gonna start with a very simple exercise. I don't know if you can see this. Here, hold on. I'm gonna move this over so it's not so blurry. Yeah, there we go. So you guys are gonna draw a box on your paper, and then you're gonna copy what's happening up here down in this box. So exactly, right, like these lines here, this line here, you're gonna copy. But before you do that, and you're gonna do it as fast as you can. But before you do that, I wanna introduce some terms for you. So what is this?
Circle.
Right. So what's that?
A bean.
Could be a bean.
Yeah.
Any other guesses?
Kidney.
Kidney. Yep. I've heard a lot of things. Believe it or not, both of these are in the circle family. So when you're thinking about drawing and you're trying to simplify, you want to think about shapes in sort of families or groups. And there are 5 families of shape. And the circle family is anything, circle family is anything roundish with no sharp edges. So it could be kind of a circle like that. It could be kind of a long, narrow circle, kind of more like an egg. It could be small, it could be big. Anything that is like rounded with no sharp edges is a circle. This is very helpful when you're trying to determine how to simplify things, because you don't just try to put one idea of a circle down. You have a sort of multifaceted idea of a circle. We also have the dot family, which is just like the circle family, except it's roundish things that are colored in. And then before I tell you about the last 3 families, tell me what, just shout it out if you know it. Tell me what the shape of your doorway is. Anybody? What's the shape of the doorway?
Rectangular.
Rectangular.
Could be rectangular, yes, except there's no
Oblong?
rectangle. Rectangular is good, oblong not bad. Neither of those is a family of shape. I've got these 3 final families of shapes. I've got straight lines. I've got angle lines. And I have curved lines. So with these families, we can draw anything. Straight lines, angle lines, curved. Straight lines can be thick. They can be thin, they can be little, right? They can be big. Angle lines are just 2 straight lines put together, narrowly, widely. And curved lines are just that. They're like, you know, little curves, they're bigger curves. They can even be bigger, curvier, like a snail shell. So using this lexicon to define your door, the shape of your doorway, what is the shape of your doorway? What families would we use?
Straight lines.
Yeah, straight
And
lines.
angular lines.
It could be 2 angle lines put together, right? Or 4 straight lines, right? Or if the door is opening to a dark hallway, right? A dark space, it could be like a thick line like this. Exactly. So going back to this assignment, what families of shape, put this here so you don't forget them. What families of shape are represented here? What shapes, what families do you see?
Curved and straight lines.
Yeah, definitely curved and straight lines.
Angles.
Angles for sure. Are there,
Okay.
yes, are there any dots or circles?
No.
No.
All right. All right. So go ahead and draw yourself a box just like this. And then right now, and I'll do it with you. Go ahead and draw these shapes just as you see them. And I want you to go as fast as you can without making yourself, you know, without losing your mind. No mind losing here. We want to blow people's mind, but we don't want to lose our minds. I might have made that mistake. If I can get away with it. All right, yeah. So just when you're done, let me know. I'll be right back. And when you think you've got it done, hold it up so I can see it. Makiko, you might have to remove your background because it doesn't like to show you. Let's see. I'm going to add the spotlight. Polly, not bad at all. Okay, let's see. Play spotlight. Let's see. George, I can't see that. I don't know why at all. It's because your background is blurry. I can't see your drawing. Can you remove your background just for a second so I can see it? Normally we have, let's see it, Dominique. Hold it up. Looks great. Looks great. All right. On a scale, it looks like everybody pretty much did it. On a scale of, let's see, Makiko, I want to see if I can see yours. Ah, great. So on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being hard and 10 being, sorry, 1 being easy, 10 being hard, how difficult was this assignment?
7, maybe.
7. What was hard about it?
Just
would-
keeping up with the shapes that you've drawn, trying to replicate them was not straightforward.
Do you know why? Were you making things too big? Was it hard to get things in the right places? Is that what felt hard?
Yeah, I think it's more of replicating exactly what you did because
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. What else? Anybody else agree? 7? Like anybody?
7, I'd say 2. The scale I struggled with trying to.
Yeah, the
You
scale.
struggled with the
Oh.
scale, right? All of you kind of made a box that was a little bit more rectangular, so not more square, really,
Not a
like
box.
this one. Yeah. But hey, I mean, in general, you were able to pretty much do it, right? Like you were able to do it. Like if you, on some level, what is it that you were drawing? That's the big question. What were we drawing?
Something abstract.
Branches.
No. Huh? Branches. Okay, that's a yes. Nope, not abstract, not branches. It looks abstract. You guys want to see? This is a drawing by Picasso of his friend Igor Stravinsky. And if you don't recognize it this way, do you recognize it now?
Oh, wow.
Yes. Okay, so let me put this another way. Here, hold on, I want to remove the spotlight. If I had asked you to draw, if I had presented this picture to you right side up and said, hello, here's your first exercise. You're going to copy a Picasso drawing and you're going to draw the legs on the Picasso drawing. How, on a scale of 1 to 10, how easy would that be?
Very difficult.
Impossible, right? Like it's impossible. So here's what I want you to get about drawing. I just put you into right brain, which means that you were focusing only on the shapes that you were seeing and not what something is. When you know what something is, it becomes more difficult to draw. Why is that? We are going to talk about that for just a minute. So any difficulties that you all have with drawing all have to do with this disruptive element I like to call the left brain. Left brain, right brain divide. I'm going to pop this up again so you can see this. Tell me what your understanding of the left and right brain is. You guys have an understanding? There's usually a concept. There we go.
Isn't one side the logic?
Yeah.
And
People would
other-
like you to believe that. It's not true. Yeah, can you see yourself hesitating as you're saying it? Because it doesn't make sense, right?
yeah.
Yeah, as you start to say, yes, everybody says that the left brain is logical and the right brain is creative, intuitive. I've heard scientific. Yep, absolutely doesn't make sense, does it? Right? And here's why it doesn't make sense. This is a false dichotomy. As if creativity has no logic, as if logic has no creativity. That doesn't make sense, right? So what's really going on here? The left brain, and in our understanding of it, and of course, really this is affected, this could change depending on like, I see it's like still, but this can change, of course, because we know that brain damage can happen in a certain part of the brain. So other parts of the brain will pick up that task. But for the intents and purposes of this sort of definition, the left brain is what we call verbal conceptual. And the right brain is what we call visual spatial. Okay, verbal conceptual is what we all are in from birth when we start to understand a language, right? So verbal conceptual means you attach a word to a concept. And so when you say the word hand in whatever language, right? You know what that is. You have a picture in your mind of a hand, and you, as you communicate that to somebody else in whatever language, right? You know what that is. But the thing is, this word and concept is attached to kind of a static picture that's in your brain. Visual spatial doesn't really care. Okay, let me pop myself up again so now you can see it. So we've all agreed that this is a hand, right?
Mm.
The hand,
Yes.
or whatever, yes, in whatever language we're speaking, if this is a hand. So is my hand bigger or smaller than my head? Smaller, okay. What about now?
Bigger.
Bigger.
Right, did anybody find themselves hesitating to answer that question? What's the right answer to that question? Right,
Yes.
because your left brain understanding adopted the concept very quickly that the hand is smaller than the head. So your left brain was telling you, nope, the hand is smaller than the head. Do you see where the issue happens? So
Yeah.
visual spatial has nothing, it doesn't relate to those definitions of hand and head, right? The visual spatial cares about where something is in space and how close it is to you or how far away. And depending on how close or far away it is, it changes in size. Can you see why knowing what something is can make it complicated to draw,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. So we're going to draw something now, something simple we're going to start with, and then we're going to get more complicated. I want you to get a new sheet of paper. Well, I always forget this. Here we go. Put this up here. Okay, and I want you to just, I'm going to once again use these 5 families of shape. Here we go. I'm going to use the 5 families of shape. And I want you to follow along with me. And when you know what we're drawing, let me know. Shout it out. So just try to follow along as best as you can. There we go.
So
Okay.
we're supposed to draw 2?
Yep. Draw what I'm
Okay.
drawing. Draw a dot. And then draw a circle around the dot. Hi, Pasit, welcome. We're doing a drawing exercise. Just draw the shapes that I'm drawing. And when you know what it is, tell me.
Thank you.
All right. Now I'm drawing a straight line just to the right of the circle and the dot. Everybody got that? And then I'm going to draw another straight line perpendicular to this first one, longer, going through the center of this straight line. Anybody have an idea? You might know after these next two lines. I'm going to draw a straight line. What's that?
Sorry, I think it's a face.
It might be a face, yes.
Is that the glasses, the frame of a glass?
It's a great guess, but no, I love it. Keep drawing. All right, so we've got a straight line coming from the bottom of this first straight line up to this edge, and then from the top of this first straight line down. Now,
Beak,
yes,
bird.
yes, we're drawing a bird.
Wow.
So a simplified bird, right? Doesn't that trip? Isn't that a trip? That should like kind of get it for you. Do you guys want to finish it? Let's just do a quick. This is a very
Yeah,
simple
yeah.
bird. We're going to do some more complex ones. But notice how the focus on shape is really less about what the thing is and more about trying to recreate the shapes. Now that's hard enough in itself, but it helps. Let's do a straight line back here for his little back. And then right here where that first straight line is, I'm going to draw a curved line down for his body. And then we'll draw some wings. And I'm going a little fast, but you don't need to. All right. I want you to just like take the time you need to do. Sort of in the middle of this straight line, which is his back, we're going to draw a curved line up. And then another curved line to meet this one. That's a wing. And then here's a second wing. He's flying. Curved line out, and then a curved line down. He's cute, isn't he?
Hmm.
We're gonna get more complex, but I think it helps to start with basics. We're sort of learning about a practice and a theory. Okay, you have choices on the tail. You can draw like a kind of series of straight lines or maybe some circles, whatever you want to do. And then we're going to do his little legs. Here's one leg. It's 2 straight lines and 3 curved lines. And then here's the second leg. 3 curved lines. And then if you want to, you can put him on a little branch, which is just a series of straight lines. Maybe a little set of leaves, which is just straight and curved lines. Straight curved lines and some berries. You can decide how you'd like to do feathers. It can be angle lines or circles. So take a minute to finish your bird to your satisfaction. And then when you're done, so normally, by the way, you guys, I have a thread on WhatsApp. Are all of you on WhatsApp? I'm assuming you all are.
Yeah.
Right. So there is a class thread where you will take pictures and send your work over so I can take a look at it. Easiest way to do it. But right now, nobody's on it. So I'm going to have you just hold your drawings up when you're done with them. And after the class is over, I will send you the thread so that you can join it. Let's see, Makiko. Oh, he's cute. Here, hold on. Oh, I love him. Great. Fantastic. Anybody else want to show? Let's see, Dominique. Push it back a little bit. Ah, I love it. Your bird looks very astonished. I love it. Pauline, let's see. Love it. Pauline, I love that you're working on lined paper, which kind of like lowers the right? You know, it makes you like, sometimes when we have like the most perfect materials, it gets us sort of stressed out. This is a great way to, you know, reduce the stress. George, show me. Oh my God, he's
Wow.
adorable.
Nice one.
Fantastic. It's great, right? Pussy, you want to hold yours up? Oh, they're
Aw.
fantastic. All right, so I'm going to remove the spotlight. I want you to hold them all up. I'll hold mine up too, just so we can see. So I want you to notice something about this exercise. We all followed the same directions. We all came out with a different bird, right? That's okay. That's good. Okay. What I'm teaching you is technique to help you kind of draw like you, right? But you'll learn that each of you has a way you use the pencil. I like, George, the way you had the little bit of shading underneath his belly like there. Very nice. And you notice people really responded to that, right? A little addition there.
That's because I love birds too. So
Oh, well,
yeah.
excellent, because we're going to spend the next 30 minutes drawing them. So so get yourself a clean sheet of paper. I'm going to pop this back up. Okay, so I'm going to start by walking you through drawing this one. Let's see here. Okay. I'll just put it right here so you can see. Notice I picked the easiest one. You guys are going to then draw the rest, try to draw the rest. So we're going to start with this guy. So just like before, we'll start with the eye. It's just a little dot. And then a little line, straight line over the top of the eye. How easy is that to see? You might want to push that one a little closer. There we go. Easier to see. And then there's like a curved line like this. Right. And then a little set of 3 straight lines with the peak. My eye got a little big. That's okay. And then 2 curved lines here for the inner body. And then 2 curved lines here, slightly bigger and coming down a little farther for the wings on the outside. And then this is my favorite part, these little dots. 2 long ones and 2 short ones for his little toes. And then you can see it's really just a series of curved lines. For the tail. Anybody can learn to do this. Anyone. If you can learn to handwrite, you can learn to draw. In fact, it's a kind of necessary skill. In fact, like the practice of cursive writing. Remember when we used to have to copy cursive writing on we went to school? They don't do that anymore. And that is a hugely disruptive thing to the right brain creative process.
That's really interesting.
Isn't that interesting to think about? Yeah, it explains a lot, doesn't it? All right. So let's see your, I'd like to see them. Is everybody done? Hold them up. Just hold them up.
You know that Montessori recognized that Montessori style of teaching, so they still continue with cursive.
Thank God somebody does. Oh, those are looking great, you guys. Fabulous. Okay, so your job now is to copy the rest of these birds. I'll put them up. I'm not going to help you. I want to see what you do on your own. So we can chat. I will be happy to answer any questions for you, but I want you to try just one bird at a time, one shape at a time. And here I'm going to come in even. We've already, oh, nope, not like that. There we go. So, no, damn it. There we go. Yeah, you should be able to work from there. The other thing I can do with the WhatsApp thread, and maybe I'll send it across the chat right now so you all can grab it and join it with your phones, is that I can also send a picture of this to your phone. So let's see here. Where is it? How did you all find out about this class? Did you see it in the, what's that?
Email. One of the editors put up a message, I think from the UK. That's where I saw it on an email, an email to us. Yeah.
Great. I'm glad. I'm just trying to figure out how we get information.
Me
Others
too.
might have got different, so that's just how I saw it.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna go get my mouse. Hang on just a second. So Pauline, you can see why I was like so excited when you like introduced us to your birds, because I'm like, we're trying birds. I got to draw birds today.
They've gone
Um,
off to beg somewhere else.
Because you're not paying attention to them anymore.
That's right. I love it. Having not grown up here, I love the fact that nature comes to your, literally to your doorstep.
That is pretty fabulous. So where did you grow up?
County Dublin, Ireland.
Oh, fantastic.
I grew up in Ireland too.
I thought I detected two accents. I hear US influence.
Well, yeah,
it?
or maybe British, but yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was US, but
No, it's okay. Nobody can really place it, but yeah.
Fabulous.
Whereabouts?
Monaghan
Kenot.
on the border.
Yeah. We had a second home in Glasgow, County Monaghan.
Oh, really? I know it well. That's so funny.
I was there recently in Castle Leslie. Anyway,
Oh,
we can
really?
discuss that later.
Yeah.
By the way, you
This-
guys, I just put the chat thread for this class in the WhatsApp the WhatsApp thread in the group chat. So if you want to pull that and get it to your phone, or if you would like to send me your email across the chat, I'll email it to you. So that's fabulous. Excellent. And I want to tell you that you're all also exhibiting classic, perfect drawing behavior, drawing posture, which is this: ducking your head up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So basically, one of the mistakes a beginning drawer can make, and none of you are making it, is that you kind of look at the source once and then you stop looking. You kind of think, and then you try to remember, right? You just stare at your paper. You can probably remember maybe one line. So there's a constant looking at the source. It's dynamic and it's happening. I have taught art in many places, and one of my favorite stories about this is I used to have a student who was 5 from Ireland, actually, although we were all living in Croatia at the time. And she watched me, she came to do a face drawing class, and she watched me come and check her drawing. and I was doing here, I'll show you in for a second. I was doing, this, I was looking at her drawing, looking at the photo, and looking at the photo. And anyway, she went home and she told her dad, Daddy, I know what drawing looks like. It looks like this.
That's brilliant.
I just got to, okay, wait, how do I remove the spotlight? Sorry. I just saw her again for, she came and spent 10 days with me in Portland. She's 18 now. She totally remembers that. I'm like, oh my God, that's like,
Does
so
she
funny.
still draw?
She does. She does. I run an arts organization in Portland that runs a big open studio tour, and she came and was my intern. And she was adorable. It was great. Amazing. How long have all of you worked for Reuters?
I'm 33 years with them.
Wow.
I just joined right the last month.
Oh, wow. There you go. So between the two of you, we have the range. How do you like it, Posse? Where are you calling from, Posse?
I'm in Bangkok.
In
Thailand.
Bangkok. Fantastic. So what time is it at Bangkok right now?
It's 11:40 in the morning.
11:40. I'm going to remember to put that on the schedule. Fantastic. You guys, I can't tell you how excited I am to have you all here. This is great. Let's keep doing it.
Yes.
I'll teach you how to draw and I'll teach you how to paint. We can do all of those things. And I'll spend a couple of minutes sort of showing you around so that you can see what is available to you. Even though you can't make most of the classes, I record almost everything, so you can get all the recordings within a day or two of the classes being taught. So we will talk about that. Excellent. I'm assuming everybody is like first name dot last name at Thomson Reuters.
Yeah.
.com?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see if I can get this all to you then. And I want you to know I'm very committed to this, even though it's late for me. It's
Thank you.
possible. It's possible. You know, I don't think it's possible. Like in New York, it would be midnight.
You'd have some creative writers after coming home from drinks.
Right.
Midnight.
Exactly.
Creative artists, I meant to say.
Yes. And then Posse, what are you doing for Reuters?
I'm financial graphics journalist, so I create the graphics to support the coverage about
Cool.
financial, economics, and business news.
Do
around
you
the world.
use, what do you use for the, do you use Procreate or anything like that, or do you
No,
draw?
the two, I use the charting tool named
Okay.
the Wrapper. Yeah, like we are using like the Excel, the like tabular data, and then
Oh.
put in the charting tool, and we customize it in the way that we need. Yeah, to visualize the data about economics, financial things.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Makiko, what do you do for Reuters?
I do I'm a finance reporter.
Oh, yeah, you said that at the beginning.
I
I'm
can
sorry, I
advance.
forgot. Okay, let me see if I can get these. I'd like to email this. It's a little difficult to grab the WhatsApp thread from here, but it's easier if I send it to you. All right, let's see if that worked. Hey,
My birds
nobody's.
might need the vet.
Do you want to, should we take a quick break just to hold up show everybody where we are? Let's take a break just to hold them up. Let's see.
I haven't finished yet, but
Okay, you don't have to finish. You don't have to finish. Hey, these are awesome. Pauline, they're great. Don't worry, you guys are getting it.
No resemblance to like those two. Yeah.
You know what? These
Yeah.
are awesome. Okay, do you guys want to go ahead and finish? Like you're almost finished. You might as well go ahead and finish. Does this surprise anybody? Does anybody like kind of like, well, hey,
Yeah.
right? So, and Pauline, it's funny. What happens very commonly is people, like if I'd showed you this at the beginning of class and said, okay, Pauline, draw these, you would have been like, okay, come on, no way. And now you're like, well, it doesn't look exactly, and this could be just a little, so your bar is automatically raised to what you think you can do. Spend a couple minutes finishing it. For those of you who have any, if you happen to have any like, I don't know, markers or crayons or even a Sharpie, go ahead and like embellish a little bit. Play with
Can
it
you
a
put
little
them
bit.
back so we could just see them again?
Oh, yes,
please?
of course, of course. Let me do that here. Sorry, that would help, wouldn't it?
Finish our homework.
Yes, finish your class assignment. There we go. Of course. Okay, so nothing's bounced back. If you guys want to continue with this class, we'll continue on next week at the same time. Yep, there we go. Excellent. Join, and then we can share. You'll find this really helps. What ends up happening with these class threads is that We not only share during class, but people start sharing like in between classes, and that is also really nice, like if you're kind of working on your own. By the way, if you thought this was a difficult, if this seemed like a challenging assignment, this comes from a book, one of my favorite books on drawing. Where is it? A fantastic book on drawing called Drawing with Children by Mona Brooks. And it's fabulous. It's absolutely fabulous. It is a great set of exercises on how to like kind of walk kids through drawings. And sorry, I know I'm totally blocking what you're seeing here, but I would what it sort of presumes is that the adult doesn't know how to draw either. So it walks you through drawing exercises that you do with your children. It's a wonderful, wonderful book. Here is the exercise. It's right here.
Who's the author, did you say?
Mona Brooks. I'll take a picture of it and send it across the thread. So if you join the thread, there's your incentive. It'll be right here. It's got fantastic drawing exercises. So there are two books that I highly recommend. One of them is this book. And the other is a book called Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain. And it talks about this. It's by a woman named Betty Edwards. Copy of it? I'm always giving it away because it's such a great book. Possible I don't have that one with me. Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain by Betty Edwards is the other book on drawing. It has drawing exercises, but it also talks about this, how the left brain is constantly disrupting the drawing process, right? With its attempt to analyze like what's going on, and wrongly, right? Like wrongly. Like it's not helpful at all. But the left brain is used to being in the driver's seat. I mean, we're thinking and communicating all the time. Then again, you're also doing it for your work. So the second book is Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain by Betty Edwards, and it's a magical book. It really explained to me why I was having such a difficult time learning how to draw, because I had a difficult time learning how to draw. I had struggled to understand what was going on. I really think her son the latest edition has been taken over by her son, and he's removed a lot of the magical language out of it. So I would say the 1989 edition is the best. If you can get your hands on it. Hi. Here, I'll forward these again. Great. So here's this book. And then here's the second book. Fantastic. I will refer to these books and use exercises from these books in our classes. All right. Let's take about 5 minutes to wrap up. You're welcome. Perfect. All right, and then once I get you into my contacts, it gets much easier. There we go. like about 5 more minutes, and then I want you to talk about, well, just take 5 more minutes and then we'll talk. Then we'll go on to the next thing. I'm also going to take a picture of this and send it across the thread. So if you wanted to try it again, you totally could. Maybe I'll take it from the book so I don't disrupt. All right, here's the picture from that book. So if you want to practice it, here a kid put it in a little montage, put it into a little scene, which you could totally try to do if you wanted to practice during the week.
I have a technical question. I
What's
don't
that?
have WhatsApp on my laptop. I have it on my phone.
Yes.
So I tried to manually type the last line, but it didn't work. Does
Did you,
anyone-
can you call up your email on your phone?
Yep.
I just sent you an email, Pauline. So that if you can call up your email on your work email on your
That's
phone,
perfect. Sorry.
then you can
thank
grab it. Yep, I think it went
yep.
to you.
You answered my technical question.
There you go. Well, if that's all, you guys are going to be easy.
So you could just copy it and paste it into your Teams chat and then and pick it up from your phone. That's what I did.
I love
Okay.
it. I love it,
Yeah.
George. Thank you. That's awesome.
Thank you.
I'd probably get totally lost. I'll try to do it. But anyway, I sent it to all of you. Also, then you have my email. So if you want to, you can also ask any questions. And if you join, I'll forward.
Sorry.
What's that? Go ahead.
Amazon just seems to offer like latest versions.
Oh, really?
Yeah, can you show the front page of the 1989 edition?
I don't have it with me.
Oh, okay.
But I can send you a link to I could probably find it on Amazon. Let's see. I mean, it would be US Amazon, but at least you could see a picture of it. I don't actually have it at the moment. I gave it away. I'm constantly giving this book away. Let's see. But just get any edition.
All right, okay.
Betty Edwards wrote this book in the 1980s when, as brain research was really beginning to evolve, and she was really aware. She was an artist who was hired to teach high school art, and she noticed that like the troubles her students were having. Like she put here. I'm going to pop this up.
It's on Book Depository and it is Betty Edwards' book.
Yeah. So look at this for a second. This is oops, has spotlighted your video. Okay. So she noticed, for example, that she would put a vase, say this is a vase and this is an orange in front of each other, and ask her students to draw them, and they would draw them like this. She's like, why are you drawing that like this? They're like, we don't know how to do that. Right? There was an intellectual process that had to happen around the idea of what happens. Essentially, what happens, of course, is that, you know, you draw the orange first and then you draw the vase around it. But this whole concept of like how to relate to things in space like this, they didn't know how to do that. And so she noticed this and began to like explore what the disconnect was, right? Like why people were having so much trouble. I'm going to mute that. So, all right, here's my question. Hold up your drawings again one more time. I just want to see them one more time. There we go. Excellent. Excellent. And I want you to give me one word. I'm going to call out each of you. I want you to give me one word that defines how you feel about the drawings or how the drawing made you feel. Or if you can't do one word, like just a couple words. So Pauline, what about you?
Delighted.
That's good. Makiko, what about you?
Fun.
It was fun, right? George, what about you?
I loved it. Thanks, Leah. It was fantastic.
Good. Dominique, what about you?
Kind of impressed.
With yourself, right? When was the last time you impressed
yeah.
Posse, what about you?
Relax.
Relaxed. Excellent. And I see somebody here has joined on the iPhone. If you, I know you didn't do the exercise, so we'll skip you for now, but later we'll go on. I want you to notice, like, did anybody come into this class with a little anxiety that they didn't know how to draw, right? I noticed, Dominique, that you were like, my son can do this and I can't. And you know what I mean? Like there is an incredible amount of, okay, I don't want to set you up to say drawing and painting are easy because they're work, right? But with the right mindset, it's a doable thing. And with practice, it gets better. So we just practice using your right brain. And notice there's all of these great sort of emotional responses from, kind of impressed to fun to like, to delighted to surprise, whatever it is, like this is relaxing. So this is the reason to do it. So my question is, if I show up at this time next week, will you guys come?
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I'm actually working. I'm on duty next weekend, which is very annoying.
All right.
I will be on vacation
You'll be on
abroad.
vacation. All right. Who's going to be
Yeah.
here next week if I show up?
Yeah.
George.
I won't show
All
up,
right.
but yeah, I'll be away as well. So I mean, the week after next.
The week after next. Should we wait and start the classes in 2 weeks? Should we wait a week and start weekly classes? I guess it would be in November.
Because my vacation is 2 weeks. Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna. Okay.
catch up.
Okay.
Recording,
I mean,
like-
that would be great for me, but if other people want to start, don't wait for me, go ahead. I don't, but
Yeah.
yeah, I will definitely join in 2 weeks from now. I just can't.
You can't do
annoyingly
it
can't
next
do it
week.
next
All
week.
right. I'm gonna say I'll be here next week, and I'm gonna be here every Friday, as long as people show up to show
Right.
you how to draw and paint. A drawing first, and then eventually we'll move to painting, if that's what you all would like to do. I assume a lot of people here would be interested in that, but let's like let's explore drawing first, because less materials and it's a little bit easier. So let me show you a couple of things before we go. So for those of you who missed next week's class, I will record it and it's going to show up. Hold on. There's a YouTube channel. All of the recorded classes show up. I'm going to call it up here, my channel. All right, here's the channel. So here, I'm going to share it on the screen. Here is the art class channel. So you will see that every video, every class, most of the classes, oops, did I freeze? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, but we're
Yeah.
not seeing anything.
Did I freeze? Did I freeze for a second? Are you seeing now?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But now we
Yeah.
can see.
Yes. So
It's
can you
going
see
now?
this is, yes. So you can see that there are several hundred videos on here of all the classes. So these are the most recent up here at the top. And they're also divided into groups, beginning drawing. I don't know why painting a goldfish is there. Animals, they're divided by subject. Human made, right? That's buildings and structures. Charcoal drawing, which we'll eventually go to in this class. Figure drawing. Ink drawing, drawing with ink, drawing faces. Ooh, that's a full on. Watercolor, landscapes. So you can see most of the classes that I teach show up, and they also have a thread. So if you want to take any class or you miss a class, it will be here. So that's number one. Let me grab this and I'll email it over to you. No, wait. What did I just do? Hold on. Anyway, I'll stop the share. I will email that over to you. The second thing to know is you do not register. You just show up. So don't worry about registering. Although if you can let me know on the thread, oh, hey, I'll be there, or no, I won't be there, or whatever, that would be great. But this class will be your live class only for you. That's like, if you can recruit anybody else to join, that's fantastic. If you have friends who don't work for Reuters, they can also join. They have to pay, but it's not that expensive. So if they're interested, let me know and I will set up right now I'm just assuming this is a Reuters only thing, but if it grows, it's a very reasonably priced class. Next week, we are going to draw something a little bit more complicated, but also from drawing with children. So it's like, however hard it is, I promise it won't be harder than this. And then we'll go on to working from photographs and so on and so forth. So does anybody have any questions? No? It's a pleasure to meet all of you. I'm delighted. And I look
Thank
forward
you.
to our classes together.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Take
Thanks a
care,
lot.
Thanks,
everybody.
everybody.
Nice to meet
See
you.
you.
Bye.
Nice to meet you.
Bye.
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 Have a nice weekend, guys.
Yep.
You.
Ciao.
Yeah, you
Have
too.
a nice weekend.